The most recent point of discussion regarding Lee Know of Stray Kids began not with a traditional scandal, but with a simple social media update from the group's agency. On August 22, 2023, JYP Entertainment announced via the official Stray Kids social media channels that personal Instagram accounts had been opened for 6 of the group's 8 members: Bang Chan, Changbin, Hyunjin, Felix, Seungmin, and IN. The announcement was presented as a routine update, a common practice in the K-pop industry as groups mature and agencies allow members more individual public platforms. However, the immediate focus of online discourse shifted to the 2 names conspicuously absent from the list, Lee Know and Han. According to the agency's brief statement, the decision was based on the personal choices of those members. This initial absence sparked a sustained, low-level conversation within the global fan base known as Stay that evolved over the subsequent 7 months, touching on themes of privacy, fan expectation, group dynamics, and the evolving role of social media in an idol's career. Public reaction in the hours and days following the announcement was multifaceted and largely unfolded on platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and various fan forums. A significant portion of the fan base expressed immediate understanding and respect for the members' choices, posting supportive messages emphasizing that personal comfort should come first. Concurrently, another observable segment expressed disappointment, noting that Instagram would have been a new avenue to see personal updates and interactions from the missing members. This sentiment was often framed not as criticism, but as a sense of missing out. What elevated the situation from a passing comment to a prolonged point of discussion was the dynamic it created within the group's public presentation, as the 6 members with accounts began regularly posting, sharing selfies, daily musings, and playful interactions with each other. Their Instagram stories and feeds became a significant part of the daily fan experience. This established a new, visible norm for Stray Kids' online presence. In this context, the absence of Lee Know and Han was continuously highlighted, not through official channels, but through the everyday actions of the other members. For instance, when the 6 would tag each other or participate in Instagram-specific challenges, their absence was indirectly underscored. The situation gained a deeper layer of context approximately a month after the initial announcement, when details from various media reports and translated interviews began circulating more widely among international fans. Several Korean entertainment outlets, citing unnamed sources close to the group, reported that Han had specifically chosen to delay opening an account so that Lee Know would not be the only member without one. This narrative was later supported by comments made by the members themselves in live broadcasts and fan meetings, where they alluded to Han waiting for Lee Know. This information significantly shaped the online conversation. It transformed the discussion from being about 2 separate individual choices into a narrative about group solidarity and consideration. Fans debated the implications. Some saw it as a heartwarming gesture of friendship and a desire to protect a member from potential feelings of isolation. Others wondered if it hinted at a reluctance or anxiety from Lee Know that felt weighty enough to influence another member's decision. It is crucial to note that neither Lee Know, Han, nor JYP Entertainment ever officially confirmed the specific reasoning behind the timing, framing the reports as informed speculation rather than confirmed fact. Throughout the remainder of 2023 and into early 2024, the topic remained a recurring, if subtle, undercurrent in fan interactions. During live video broadcasts on the group's official platform, fans would occasionally ask Lee Know and Han about Instagram. Their responses, as documented by fan translators, were consistently lighthearted but non-committal. Lee Know, in particular, was noted for deflecting questions with jokes or by changing the subject, which some interpreted as a desire for privacy on the matter, while others saw it as his characteristic playful demeanor. Industry observers and longtime K-pop commentators began to use the situation as a case study in a broader shift. They noted that a decade prior, idol groups had little to no individual social media presence, with communication filtered strictly through official group channels. The modern paradigm, however, has increasingly made personal Instagram or Twitter accounts a key component of fan engagement, serving as a tool for building individual brands and fostering a sense of intimate connection. Lee Know's choice, therefore, represented a deviation from an emerging, though unwritten, industry standard. The pressure in such scenarios is often indirect, stemming from comparative fan culture and commercial considerations. Brands looking for endorsement deals frequently assess an idol's social media reach and engagement metrics. While Stray Kids operated from a position of significant group strength, analysts noted that individual members with robust social followings can sometimes attract more solo opportunities. Furthermore, within fan communities, visibility often translates to attention. The concern expressed by some supporters online was that a lack of a personal platform might inadvertently lessen Lee No's perceived presence within the group's larger narrative, especially for newer fans who increasingly use social media as their primary window into idols' lives. These concerns were always balanced against strong counter-arguments emphasizing an idol's right to mental peace and a private life, with many fans staunchly defending Lee No's choice as a healthy boundary. The turning point arrived on March 25, 2024, coinciding with the 6th anniversary of Stray Kids' debut. On that date, Lee No made his first post on a newly created Instagram account, followed minutes later by Han. The official Stray Kids accounts announced the news, and the group's members quickly followed and welcomed them on the platform. Lee No's first post featured a simple series of photos, and Han's a playful video. The fan response, as measured by engagement metrics and trending topics, was overwhelmingly positive and massive in scale, with the members' names topping worldwide Twitter trends for hours. The celebratory reaction suggested a pent-up demand for their participation. In the days that followed, both members began posting at a moderate pace, with Lee No's feed quickly becoming known for its focus on his cats, casual selfies, and occasional dance practice snippets. The 7-month period of discussion had effectively concluded with their joining. However, the episode left a lasting impression regarding the complex ecosystem of modern fandom. The delay highlighted how, in the tightly interconnected world of a K-pop group, an individual's personal decision can become a subject of public analysis and group-centric narrative. The reported reason of Han waiting for Lee No, whether fully accurate or not, became a widely accepted part of the story, illustrating how fans seek and often construct narratives of camaraderie to explain internal group decisions. Furthermore, the situation demonstrated the quiet pressure of normalized industry practices. Once a majority of a group adopts a new form of fan communication, it ceases to be a novelty and becomes an expected norm, making abstention a noticeable act in itself. For Lee No, the eventual decision to join could be interpreted through various lenses: a simple change of heart, a strategic alignment with group activities, or a response to the evolving expectations of his career. No official statement provided a definitive reason. In the months since, Lee No has maintained his Instagram account without fanfare, integrating it into his professional routine. The earlier controversy has completely dissipated, replaced by normal online interaction. The sequence of events from August 2023 to March 2024 stands as a neutral example of a non-adversarial yet widely discussed situation in contemporary pop culture. It involved no legal disputes, no accusations of misconduct, and no agency scandals. Instead, it served as a slow-burning examination of autonomy within a collective industry, the weight of gentle fan expectation, and the ways in which personal boundaries are navigated in the public eye. The resolution satisfied the apparent desire of the fanbase while ultimately adhering to the members' own timeline, offering a closed loop that provides insight into the less dramatic but ever-present negotiations between idol and audience in the digital age.